The All Seeing Guys podcast is part of Britpod Scene, an independent network of uniquely British podcasts that's always growing. Check out BritpodScene.com or follow Britpod Scene on Twitter to find out more.
Okay, checking the sound check. Greg from All Seeing Guys, welcome to All Seeing Guys, up your bumhole.
It's a different choice. Usually
Yes.
say arsehole.
Arsehole, yeah, well, mixing.
Well,
You could tell I hesitated as well.
New year,
up your bumhole.
New year, new me.
New bits of the body to say.
Welcome to the All Seeing Guys. The All Seeing Guys. It's Greg and Joe. The All Seeing Guys. The All Seeing Guys. Greg and Joe.
Hey!
All right, okay, off we go. Hello.
Welcome to episode 72 of the All Seeing Guys. 70 fucking 2, man. Man, old man. Fucking time to go to podcast retirement home soon.
No way. Keep going.
Just like,
Progress.
Just sat there being miserable fuckers at the age of 34 in a retirement home. We just got so sick, we thought we'd just go to a retirement home now because we were bored with working.
I wonder what the earliest age you can be to go into a retirement
We
home.
just got a
Do
lot-
you have to be retired?
We just pitched in all our life savings and we've put ourselves into a retirement home. We reckon we've got about 5 years before they kick us out, so we're just going to
Yeah.
kick back, get fat, and
Get old.
podcast and not worry about work.
I'm looking forward to it.
And then have Reese, my godson, come visit us and bring us like chocolate and flowers.
I'm well on board.
Once again, we are back in new podcast HQ, Joe's flat. The setup has evolved drastically since. We now have a good table set up.
Yeah, we're facing each other.
Feels
Feels like a conversation.
It's kind of like when we first started doing this and we'd sit across the table from each other.
Yeah.
In like your mum's kitchen.
That
or
was
the
it,
dining
yeah.
room.
The dining room. Yeah, get it right.
Yeah, sorry, not in the kitchen.
The fucking kitchen.
Perish the thought. No longer are we pushed to kitchens. Now we have our own space.
Yeah, none of this sitting side by side and not looking at each other.
Yeah. Now we can enjoy each other's faces as we record.
There you go.
This episode, we're going to be a bit of a special episode because, we've been following the normal formula for quite a while.
Yeah.
So I thought we'd mix it up with a few more segments.
Yes.
And this episode, I won't go into it right now, but it's going to be
Segments, we haven't really done a lot of different segments recently.
No.
It's mainly been your geese drops and your agony aunts.
Yeah, because we've kind of been meeting up, recording here and there, it's just been, right, let's just do the geese drop and the agony aunts. Whereas
Yeah.
this time we're like, you know what, let's show some other segments, some special care, man. There's a few we've not touched for a while that we love doing.
I'm looking forward to getting balls deep in them.
So this episode is going to be more of a tuck-it-in special based around one particular, I suppose, subject. But we'll get to there. We're going to start with a bit of old school bee in the bonnet. Things that
Yeah.
annoy us, a bit of bee in the bonnet. So let's go in with bee.
There's been some things that have been annoying me, I'll tell you
Bees
that.
in my bonnet. My bee in the bonnet, and I swear I actually have brought this up in the Dickhead episode back in the day, but it
the
happened
Dickhead
recently
episode
and it
was great,
still
wasn't
really
it?
annoys me. People who disrupt the morning bus commute. When it's all calm, why are you disrupting it? So people that get down the stairs and stand in your way
Yep.
and you're coming down, and you're like, mate, you got all the space in the world, fucking move.
Yep.
But that aside, people that I was on the bus recently, somebody kept ringing the fucking bell.
Oh, yeah.
But like so much. It's like, mate, the bus is going to stop. Like, it's one person doing it.
Yeah.
Why the fuck do you still keep ringing the bell?
It doesn't maybe two if the bus stopping light doesn't come
Yeah.
on. You ring it a cup just to
Yeah.
make sure like that's if you hear the bell, then he's definitely heard it, but sometimes the bus stopping bit doesn't come
Exactly.
up, so you get a bit concerned.
But the person that was ringing the bell on this point, we were coming to the end of the line, so the bus was definitely stopping.
it's not like speed
and
where the
this woman,
train's just going to keep
this
going.
Woman, I've seen her do it many times as well, this woman. She presses it loads as we get to the last stop. And it's like, love, it's going to stop. It terminates here.
Maybe it's like a
Why are
like
you pressing it?
OCD
100
sort of thing.
I think it's because she has another bus to get and she thinks if she press the bell, it'll stop quicker or the bus will go faster. Just
You're
like,
like, nah.
no, you're disrupting everything. Shut the fuck up. The bus is going to stop. You're not more important. We're all getting off at the same fucking stop. In fact, we're going to push to get in front of you now.
Yeah.
Because you're really fucking annoying me.
Well, I remember being on that as well. When I was working in Wandsworth, I'd usually, if I thought I could get a train and there was a bus coming, I'd get the bus like the 2 minutes down the road and shit. But there was I got it one time, and this geezer got on with like a rail card. But you know, like one of those like all day like passes that you can use for train and for bus and stuff.
Right, yeah.
But it was like from 2 days ago. So he basically got on with this, and he was just like, "Nah, mate, that's out of date." And he was just like, "Yeah, but like, you know, I can go anywhere with this, so like, you know, just let me on, and let's get this journey going, like all this shit." And it's just like, "No, get off the bus. That's not a valid point." And he's just like, "All right, well, I'm gonna sit here until you start moving." And everyone on the bus was just like, "Can you
ruining
fuck
it
off, mate?"
Yeah.
Like,
that's the fucking worst. And I had a woman do that again recently. Card wouldn't work.
I got off, mate. I got off and walked. So I was just like, "There is no way this bus is going anywhere because this guy's a stubborn fucking
The
cunt."
fucking balls of it as well.
I know, yeah. What
Like,
a fucking arsehole.
Like disrupting everyone's fucking morning. There was another woman on the same bus. As we were like passing this stop, she jumped up and pressed the bell just as we passed the bus stop.
Oh, I say
no way.
It's in the past. It's in the past, mate.
And she was like, "Excuse me, I pressed the bell." And he's like, "Yeah." As I passed it, and she ran up to the driver and was like, "Can you reverse this bus back? Can you turn this bus back,
Fuck
please?"
off.
She's like, "I'm not walking all the way back."
Well,
It's
you should
too
have pressed
far.
it fucking earlier
And
then,
even if
shouldn't
the
you?
bus driver was like, "Okay, fine," there's nowhere on that road they could have done it. So he's just like, "Look, I can't." Like,
The only scenario he would have pressed that was if she wanted to get off but couldn't get to the doors in time, and if someone's just like, "Excuse me, sorry, I need to get off,"
yeah. No, she was too late.
then they'd stop it.
Too late, and then she had to go at the driver and all the way to the next stop, which was kicking off at him.
Yeah.
And then when he stopped, she was like, "No, I want to go back. I want to go back." Like, I've got to walk all the way down the road in the rain. So, well, it's your fucking fault. Why haven't you got the fucking
Yeah, that's
driver?
it.
It's your fucking fault.
But mate, people on public transport are the worst people.
Yes.
It's like the people that get on the train
And
with
I'm
their
one
like.
of them.
It's like the people that get on the train with their like fold up bikes and they haven't folded it up yet. And it's just like,
Yeah.
dude, it's 8:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
Like, fuck you and your fucking bike.
Well, on the subject, like, dickheads getting on the buses, I was on the 71 going, like, to Kingston all in the morning. And we went, like, 2 stops. I was on the bus with Lizzie in Indiana. And, like, this little fucking rowdy kid, he must have been about 8. Like, and the bus stopped and the door opened. He was like, "Yo, can you wait, like, 5 minutes?"
Oh, fuck
And the
off,
driver
bruv.
was like, "No." And he was like, "Wait 5 minutes." And the driver shut the door. And the kid was like, "Oh, what are you shutting the fucking door for?" And he kicked it. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, this kid's like 8. And he's fucking cracking wires to the driver and kicking a bus door.
I don't like the lower generation, man. I don't like it. No one's taught them manners.
No.
That's what I'm like. I was in the shop the other day, and it was, you know, like when you're fucking in like a supermarket or something.
Yeah.
And there was this one section where a load of people were, and I'm always just like, "Oh, sorry, can I just get in there?" And that I'm there trying to grab a sandwich or something. This fucking girl just literally just pushes my arm out of the way, and I was just like, "Who the fuck are you?"
Wow.
Like 18 years old. I had it in the pub as well, man, when there was a night down there where like a bunch of bands were playing, and it was just fucking 18-year-olds barging everywhere. No fucking manners. Fuck the lot of them. They'll mate. These millennials,
They don't know they're born.
mate. They are gonna fucking have some harrowing experiences in their life if they don't fucking get it together.
Man,
Fuck them.
I think maybe I have too many man.
Reese is all right though.
Reese was great. He's a good lad. He was obviously on the last episode.
Again, yeah. Thanks Reese for coming on. You're welcome back anytime.
Yeah, absolutely, man. That was an absolute blast having you on. You've gone into a fine young man who doesn't go around pushing people. And I bet you don't cause aggro on buses, do you?
Nah, mate. He's of course he isn't. He's getting a fucking train to London at 5
Yeah,
in the morning.
exactly.
He ain't
Yeah,
getting-
yeah.
He says, "What aggro are you having?"
Did you say you had a bee in the bonnet?
Yeah, I did. I thought of this the other day because it was. It's always on a Sunday. Like Instagram's just full of like Sunday roasts.
Sunday roasts, of course.
Everyone's just putting their Instagram Sunday roasts up.
How English of us.
I'm annoyed by that. Like sort of pub restaurant sort of places that do offer
Gastropubs.
the gastros and all that. They stack their roasts.
Right,
And this
yeah.
is a bee in the bonnet. I don't like a stacked roast.
Yeah.
Because it's all piled up. I don't want to play Jenga with my food. Like, you've got to, if when it comes to you, you're not going to just like jam your fork right down the centre and just cut it in half.
Like a science
you've
project,
gotta-
looking at all the cutting open a volcano slice, looking at all the bits inside.
You've got to dismantle your Sunday roast to be able to eat it.
Yeah.
Also, the Yorkshire pudding's on top, nowhere near the gravy.
No.
Not
No,
a
yeah,
single
that's true.
fucking, not a drop of gravy on it.
I don't like it when the bottom base is all the veg and the mash is on top of the veg.
That's
not right,
It's
'cause
not
that-
right.
it makes it hard
I'm
for-
all right with like roast potatoes mixed with the veg on the bottom because then
Yeah.
they're sat in the gravy.
Yeah.
I'm all right with that.
Yeah.
But if you can't fit everything flat on the plate, get a bigger fucking plate.
Yeah.
Or, you know, I don't know, like, but it's just the whole fucking stacking can
I'm with you
absolutely
on
do
that.
one.
I'm with you on that. I'm with you. That's like Jenga fucking roast
Yeah,
dinner.
it's just I want like when something gets brought to me if I'm eating out and I want it in front of me.
Yeah.
I don't want to have to take apart the levels.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
I don't like.
It's kind of like that old game Red Alert. You start building your base. You start moving this over here. I'll move the veggies over here. They could be that line of defence. I'm going to move the mash here. The Yorkshire pudding's got to come down and set up over here and start swimming in the gravy. If I can scoop some extra gravy in there.
Mate, you saying about us going into a retirement? This is definitely going to be our grumpy old. This is going to be our grumpy old man episode, isn't it? That's great. I've wanted to draw us as old men for fucking ages.
Brilliant. Joe has his kinks.
I'm not into people dressing as babies, but
I'm
people
into
dressing as old
men.
people.
So while we're doing segments you haven't done for a while, this episode is pretty much an entire segment special.
Yeah.
Our Tuck It In segment, where we usually tell annoying people to shut the fuck up.
Ah, yeah.
I recently fell down a rabbit hole of reading...
Well, hang on there, Greg. Give it a little pause so you can put the intro music in.
This is Tuck It In.
Tuck it in, okay? Tuck it in. Tuck it in. Tuck it in, okay?
I recently fell down a rabbit hole of reading negative reviews of pubs in Kingston.
Oh, yeah.
Now, we aren't...
Are you fully charged?
Yes. We aren't looking to name and shame pubs, as many of these pubs...
As much as we as much, most of them we've drank in.
Yeah, as I say, most of these pubs we actually do like. But we'll be looking at the quality, but we're looking more at the quality of the complaint rather than the pub itself and
Now-
deciding if it's worth a moan or not.
The funny thing is, you read this way before the Antelope put
I've
up.
got that. I have got that, yeah. So
but that was even before that. But like there was the 1-star rating recently.
we'll start with
wasn't
that
it?
one in a second, actually.
Excellent.
But this segment, we decide whether to tell annoying people to shut the fuck up. And we decide whether this complaint is worth standing or being told shut the fuck up. I
Yeah.
must stress, bad reviews were actually really rare for the pubs in Kingston. Like, I looked over the last year, and overall, the pubs in Kingston get sterling reviews across Google, TripAdvisor, across the board.
Yeah.
Which is what makes these odd negative ones so much funnier.
Yeah.
Like, I had an idea that one day, this would be like a fucking tough one, but we should do our own mini pub review, go out with the Zoom, and we should pick, like, what pub, the route of pub we're going to... Basically a pub crawl with the Zoom.
Like a pub crawl,
But
yeah.
we do, like, one beer in
It's
each.
like that Men Behaving Badly
Yeah, yeah.
episode where they're trying to find a new pub.
But we do, but we do, like, one beer in each. Like, and then keep going.
And then by the 6th one, we're doing like shorts. We're doing like... I'll have a whiskey.
We'd have to decide at what point the switch in drink came.
Yeah. I'll have a lager top, please.
So as Joe mentioned, the pub that we frequent at quite often in Surbiton, the Antelope,
Yes.
they put up a review, so I actually don't mind naming this one. They received a 1-star review recently,
But this is the great thing about this is that they posted it themselves.
and they put it on their Facebook, and they were just like, "We're happy to be a 1-star pub if this person's idea of a 5-star pub is anything to go by."
Yeah.
So the review this person put was, "Looked okay from the outside. Too many local unknown beers to choose from once inside. No Stella, Kronenberg, or any popular global beer. We stayed for 1 pint and left to go to a proper pub that does well-known beers. Bit of a hippie, trendy crowd too, which I wasn't impressed by. Also, the barman was too enthusiastic and excited about the selection of beers." Oh my god.
He got 1-starred for being too enthusiastic about his job. Love it.
Like, that's why though, because it is local
Sorry, mate.
beers.
Don't want to stop you there. Doing a fantastic job of pouring that point, but can you just tone down the
Yeah.
enthusiasm, please?
If you're going into a pub and there are unknown local beers, you want the staff to be enthusiastic
Yeah.
about it so they can tell you what fucking beer to have or
also
talk you
that's
through your
like-
choice. The
like-
whole point.
Pubs are changed now. Like, you know, like I rarely go into a pub now and see like Strongbow as the tap,
Yeah.
like on tap cider.
Yeah.
It's always like Aspel or like Orchid or like
Yeah.
it's something different now. Like it's so like shit's changed, man.
I mean, don't be me wrong, I'm still set in my ways that I literally have my like one beer for each pub. So in the Cox, I'm going to have Carlsberg, and
Yeah,
Antelope, I'm going to have Noble.
Yeah.
Like, I just know when I go to like the
But-
Grove, I'm going to have Amstel or Kronenberg.
Yeah, that's
Like,
it.
I kind of
But, like,
have
I
my
don't-
set drinks for set pubs.
Like I don't think a lot of people have got Stella on tap these days. I mean, you're probably a Weatherspoons, but like
I remember when Stella 4% came out, and it was like the Old King's Head over the bridge used to sell it for like £2.50 a pint.
Yeah.
So when I worked with a hall in Tommy Hilfield, we would like go there after work because
Well, of course.
we'll be like £2.50 a pint. Oh man, that is legendary.
and they got a pool table.
That is legendary, and they had a pool table.
We'll still spend 30 quid on buying Jaeger bombs though.
Oh man. So
I miss Rahul. We should try and get Rahul on, actually.
I spoke to Rahul recently. Actually, that man's fucking.
Is he doing all right?
Yeah, he's Rahul.
He's Rahul. Loving it.
Beastly, legendary.
I'm surprised. I'm really surprised that he hasn't turned up on Arsenal TV.
Oh man, he probably will at some point.
I would absolutely
He'll
love
like
to see
storm
him.
the gates and take a V for Vendetta style.
They're
like,
all
he'll
there
take
just
it
going
over.
like, fucking get Wenger out. And then all of a sudden Rahul comes out of nowhere just like, no, man, I've got him on my credit card. No way is Wenger going.
Oh, he did have a picture of him on his credit card. I forgot about that.
I remember him showing us that up in London,
Wow,
man.
that's insane.
I was in bits.
So, we're going to look at some pub reviews now.
Yes.
And I must stress again,
These aren't our reviews.
Kingston does have a really good selection of pubs.
Yeah.
We have a good selection of pubs. Like
Depends on what you want. Like if you want a gastro,
in the age where
gastros.
pubs are closing down fucking quick and fast, Kingston does well that it's actually managed to hold on to its pub culture without being dickheads on Friday night. Like there actually is, pubs have evolved now. So you will go to, for example, we met Jack the other day from the Fighting Cocks for lunch, me, Lizzie in Indiana, and it was like, right, where do we go for lunch? O'Neill's, easy.
Yeah,
because it's
perfect.
nice, it was quiet, kept going with a baby, you don't really care during the day.
I like going to O'Neill's for a bit
it's
of lunch.
fine.
Like,
it's nice.
I've met you there
Since
for
it's
lunch.
had the refurb, and the food's a lot better now, actually.
I remember when the infamous time where you and I had both chosen different pubs to go in to write lyrics.
Oh, yeah.
And then you came and met me in O'Neill's for food. Like,
You were in O'Neill's writing lyrics, and I was like, and drew his head,
Yeah, yeah.
like one road over, and writing lyrics. And I was texting you, then I was like, wait a minute, where are you? Just went over.
I'm literally
I can even
like
remember
10
the song
meters
we were
away
writing.
from
It was
you.
God's Rapture. I
that
met
was
you
it.
and told you the chorus to the Dice Rollers track we just finished writing.
That was it.
So yeah, we have history in pubs. Don't worry about
yeah,
that.
we know a thing or two about pubs. Don't you worry.
Yes. So it was hard to find really negative reviews. The ones I've got, I've pulled out. And to credit again to most of these reviews, the manager of said pub had pretty much responded to each one.
Okay.
So they're on it. They are on it.
Yeah. They're not just seeing those reviews and being like, fuck that shit.
So let's have a look at some of the some negative 1-star pub reviews from Kingston and see where we stand.
Hit it.
This one. A good pub, but avoid on a Friday or Saturday night. Bouncers are aggressive, racist, rude, and on a huge ego trip.
I mean, that could be any pub.
Yeah.
On a Friday, that's like you wouldn't. That's like in the sense of guess who.
Because I
You
love
got
fucking spoons.
all right. We'll take racist bouncers. Yeah, we'll take them, knock them down.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I liked about having a local pub where you befriend the bouncers.
Yeah. Now, this will not a controversial fucking comment, but I'm always reluctant to believe when people use the term racist in a review.
Yeah.
Because that's just your opinion. That's not to say that it didn't actually happen. If they were, then I'm not saying if they were fucking racist and that's fucking awful. But some people, I just think, just fucking. It's just like, man, I got punched by a bouncer. Did you?
Yeah.
Or did you get pushed slightly out of the way by a bouncer?
And when you jog,
you were probably behaving like a dickhead.
I mean, it's a bold statement.
It is a bold statement.
Racist, rude. Racist, but not rude.
Yeah.
Racist and friendly bouncers. Just
Racist. Really, really friendly. Unfortunately, racist.
That's just what I wanted.
Thank God I was Caucasian.
Tuck it the fuck in.
Yeah, that's some balls.
Now, this guy's gone in. Used to be a regular at this pub. Decided to come here for a mate's birthday to check out the refurb. First drink I go to order, I'm greeted by rude bard lady. She had a go at me for trying to get her attention. I can safely say that the altercation put me off ever coming back here again.
Right.
But how did you try to grab her attention?
Were you waving your £10 note at her?
No.
Because they don't like that.
No, it's no
Were you
lie.
shouting at her while she was
Exactly.
actually pouring like another drink?
We're friends with a lot of bar staff, and we know there are things that annoy them. One of them is that waving.
Yeah,
the
don't
money.
wave your fucking money at them.
Waving
They know
the
you're
money.
there.
Yeah, they know you're there. Waving the fucking money, man. I mean, sometimes we'll do it just to wind up
Yeah.
people at the bar.
I will-
Excuse me, £20 note. Hey.
I will sometimes do the lean forward.
Oh, lean forward's fine. With money in hand, lean
Yeah.
forward, but not the waving it.
Nah, I'm not waving no money in someone's face.
Well, fucking
Everyone's at that bar for the same reason. Just because I've got my money visible
Yeah.
doesn't make me a different person.
Are you ready to be served, mate? No. I'm just.
You know what, mate? Nah,
I'm just airing me cash out.
I thought I was, but I've just realised my money's still in my wallet. I'm really not
You
ready
know
for
what?
this.
I'm not ready. I'm
not
gonna
waving
order.
it about
You know
yet.
what? go to the other 3 people with their money out. Obviously, it's an emergency.
Despite that, I've been waiting here for 10 minutes. You just do that. You serve those people.
It's obviously an emergency going on if they got their money out. So I'm just going to let them
I don't think you've noticed. I do appreciate you've come to me to serve me because I've been waiting here the exact amount of time.
Wow, I won the money waving lottery.
But I think you should probably go and serve that guy first because he is waving a £10 note.
I wonder if he clicked his fingers.
That's the be all. If I don't think people should be served at all.
No,
like clicking. I had that in Jessops once.
I
worked there.
When I worked in Reese, someone did it to me.
It happened. I remember like I finished serving a customer. Like I was closing up the fucking cabinets of where the cameras were, and I went to walk away, and I just heard that over and over again, and I looked, and the guy was doing it not specifically at me, but unfortunately we made eye contact, and he was just like. And I just laughed and walked off. I was just like, no, I'm not dealing with that.
Yeah, a guy tried us a clothes in a fitting room and he walked out and left all the clothes in there on the floor and he clicked his fingers at me and pointed at the fitting room.
It's like, well,
but I did say to him nicely, please don't click your fingers at me, and he actually was very apologetic.
That's good.
And he even helped me put the clothes back. Even though I told him not to, I was like, look, you don't need to do this, but he was like, no, you know what? I was a dick.
Just in future reference, don't click your fucking fingers at me.
And I'm not one to usually point stuff out, I just take it on the chin. But that time I was like, don't click your fingers at me. Like, that is insanely fucking dickhead move, mate.
It is like the penultimate behaviour of arsehole.
I mean, we're just assuming this guy clicked his fingers. We don't know if he did.
No, we don't at all. But you kind of.
But to be fair,
it's a safe assumption, isn't it?
It's worth bearing in mind that when these negative reviews happen, sometimes the bar person has been a dick. They've had a bad fucking. I'm not defending it, but sometimes that does happen.
Mate,
I've gone into bars and been like, this barman's a dick.
There's plenty of dickheads in the fucking
bar
world,
lady,
and some of them can work in bars.
But this one here. I wish I'd read the reviews before. I wish I'd read the reviews here before I chose to eat at this pub today. I too, also there obviously was another review to mention. I too had the Bacon Club sandwich rated below, and the description was exactly as mine. Disgustingly cheap, small portions of processed ham and chicken, dry brittle toast, and in brackets, as if it was cooled and retoasted later. I couldn't do it. I got my money back. Serving staff were lovely and apologetic, but the owner/manager clearly doesn't care, he doesn't care, despite customers clearly complaining they haven't improved in 2 months since the review previous to mine. Appalling. Damn. So, 1 star.
1 star.
But he did say the staff were lovely and apologetic.
There you go.
So I don't know.
I think that goes a long way, because if your staff are shit and your food is shit, then that place can fuck off.
Yeah. And from here, it sounds like the staff were fully aware that the food was shit.
Do you complain often if food?
Never.
No.
I don't know if I've complained ever really about any food.
It's not that it makes me feel uncomfortable, despite that it does make me feel uncomfortable.
Yeah, likewise.
But also, I'm just like, it's not a big deal.
It would have to take a lot. So if I ordered a burger and they were like a fish head floating in a fucking bowl of piss, then I might be like, I didn't actually order this.
Oh, I'm sorry, sir. This is the piss and floating fish head.
I'm sorry,
you definitely didn't order this.
You pulled the floating fish head and piss out. I actually asked for the blue cheese bacon burger.
This is definitely not what I ordered.
I actually asked for the triple stack burger.
I can't. I like making complaints like that, and it's probably just like the fucking retail life that we've been in, you know.
Absolutely.
And it's
because we've been in the receiving of it and so fucking much.
And I think even if I did, it was just like, look, I'm really not one to do this. But blah, 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 blah. I'm not going to be a cunt about it. I'm not going to be like getting all angry and just be like, excuse me.
Because as ex-retail workers, when you've been in the fucking trenches of it as well, and you've eaten so much fucking shit, you're shitting at other people's shit. You don't want to be that, because you know what it's like.
Yeah, of course.
But as interesting enough, as ex-retail workers, me and Lizzie were out buying some running shoes for me the other day.
Yes.
And the guys that helped us out were really fucking helpful, really good customer service.
You made that sound like you went shoe shopping with your mum.
No.
Did you test where your foot was? Did you test where your big toe ended up?
They did put me on a treadmill to see how I was running. We watched it back in slow motion. Really good service. Up and Running, they were called. And as he
Just down the road from me.
There's an away from you, and he got me like all section of shoes that worked for my. I was a neutral shoe apparently.
A neutral?
Yes, so I didn't need any extra.
What does that- what does that imply?
I didn't need any extra support.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, he bought out all my shoes for me to try and fit me, and I was like, right, cool. Talked me through them, really, really good. Didn't even push for the most expensive. He actually encouraged me to get the cheaper one.
Yeah.
So he's like, they're cheaper, but they're going to be more soon because it's like this brand's fucking great.
If it's more suitable, then fuck it.
And as he was like putting it through the till, Lizzie turned to me and was like, "He's been so good, Greg. If he tries to upsell, I think you should just go for it. Even if he tries to, even if he tries to sell you like a pair of socks, just let him upsell." But
And he didn't even try an upsell.
As like retail workers, Lizzie
Yeah,
usually
yeah.
hate that. Lizzie was like, "If he upsells you, man, you gotta let him do it." And I was just like, "Yeah,
thought-
I
yeah.
will." But he didn't.
No.
Not at all. Like,
That's it, because that's what they're about. No, we're here to provide
Yeah.
a service.
Not
and
at
it's
all.
not about
I
not
left-
about how much money. It's not like you fucking go to JD Sports or something.
And
is it?
you know,
Like-
that whole situation sounds like it would be awkward.
Yeah.
Oh, we're going to get you on this treadmill. We're going to get you doing... And actually, it wasn't like it actually... I mean, when he did it, he's like, I'm just going to get the speed up here so we can see you proper running. And I wasn't really ready for that. And then I was like, fuck, this is fast. I don't run on treadmills. I don't really like it.
I was in skinny jeans. It wasn't.
I was in skinny jeans, yeah. I'm not used to running on treadmills. You have no... I don't like them because you have no control over how fast you're going. Well, you
Nah.
do. There's buttons. But I wasn't controlling it.
he clearly was
And
in
I
charge of the
just-
buttons.
I was just like, fuck, man. He's put this a lot faster. I need to get you running properly so I can see how your feet land. I'm like, fuck, I wasn't ready for this to be going this fast. I wasn't ready to be going this fast. Anyway, I digress. I like this one. Not so keen since the refurb. Went on a bank holiday weekend and they couldn't serve food as they were too busy. Advised to come back after lunch. Wow.
But I want lunch. That's why I'm here.
Sometimes you can't really help that. I mean, it is annoying. If you chose to go somewhere and it is fucking Rambo, it can't really be helped.
No, that's it.
Like when me and you met last week and we were going to go to the Antelope and you were held back at work, so you got to... I met
Oh,
Ed,
yeah.
and I was like, oh yeah, me and Joe are going to go to the Antelope for food. And Ed was like, the Antelope? Friday night at 6 o'clock already? Nah.
Not happening.
You're not going there for food.
Not in this
And we
lifetime.
didn't. We went to the Grove and Yangs. It was
We
too
did.
busy.
Yeah.
But as we left, Ed's like, yeah, enjoy your KFC with Joe.
He nearly called it.
He nearly fucking called it.
Yeah,
But that
no.
can't be helped. But I didn't leave there being like, oh, the Antelope was too busy. One
No,
star
that's. I mean,
review.
that place is always. I mean, it's good, isn't it? Like, you know, it's
Good
good
fucking
beers,
food.
good food.
Yeah, yeah, really
Of
good
course,
food.
it's going to be busy on a Friday or Saturday.
Another stage of us getting older. Appreciating which pub does good food.
Yeah.
Not because before you just didn't care as long as there was some sort of burger.
There was like
As long as there was chips or a burger, and you knew it wouldn't be good
Yeah.
because it was just standard pub food. But now they're all really up their fucking game.
Yeah, no, everyone's changing their game.
Everyone's changing
I
their
always
game.
laugh when I'm in the Grove and I look at their menu, like their mains menu, because it's just so fucking
posh.
Yeah, it's so fucking fancy. They're just like, when something's described as smeared, that's my new favourite thing.
That doesn't
Is-
sound posh at all.
Yeah, no, just like smeared mashed potato and gravy. It's just like, why is it smeared? A dollop.
Bacon wrapped asparagus on a bed of rockets, resting delicately on a
No,
bed of
it wouldn't be.
rockets.
No, it wouldn't be bacon wrapped. It would be bacon tucked.
Yeah, bacon
Bacon-tucked avocado.
Bacon draped avocado, sleeping on a bed
You
of rockets.
got to think about how to change these things.
With a single beam of light coming in from the window and catching it from the left, served
I was like-
on a ceramic plate.
I had to do an
On a
email.
slate.
I had to do an email at work the other day, and I was
do an email.
Yeah, no, it was. But no,
I do one of them emails.
I was sat down with like the team leader doing it at the time, and I was typing it out, and it was just simply just like, could you please do this ASAP? And she was just like, no. At your earliest convenience.
Yeah.
And I was like, ooh, I like that.
Yeah, you got it.
Everything's at your earliest convenience
Something
now.
Jay always says to me at work. He's like, you got to remember, emails don't have eyebrows,
Yeah.
so you can't gauge whether you've been a dick or not. You can get away with like sound like a dick, but not being a dick.
Yeah.
I know when I worked at Hilfiger, one of the old
Doesn't
managers.
have eyebrows. That's a fucking valid point.
One of the old managers was like, oh, whenever I got a pissy email, I'd do a shit sandwich. So I start really nice. Hi, how are you? How's business? Man, we've had a bit of a slow day, blah, blah.
Yep.
Then I give them the shit in the middle.
Yep.
By the way, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. And then I round off with a, anyway, yeah, thanks for blah, blah, blah. Be in touch. Hope to see you at the next meeting. Blah,
Oh,
blah,
yeah.
blah. Like, you do the shit sandwich email.
Yeah, no, I always if there is a shit sandwich, my second slice of bread is always thanks in advance.
Kind regards.
Yeah, kind regards.
I hate kind regards, like, it just seems I see obliged to use it in the business emails.
Yeah.
But I've always found it as a bit of a dicky thing to say.
It seems
Like,
a bit
I
too
once
much. It seems like I care
yeah.
too much.
I actually did once. I had to email Amazon once because.
Are we discussing email etiquette?
No, but I was sat. I've got to say this because we were talking about complaining. So I have to say, I was sat with Lizzie once. I think it was. I can't remember if it was in the flat or not. I think it was in the flat, and we were in all day, and I was waiting for this package to get delivered, and I kept seeing en route, and then it popped up. We missed you. Like no one was home, and I'm like, we've been home the whole time.
Yeah, I've been here.
There's no. So I wrote an email, being like, it says here that we went home. We are, and I wrote a bit of a piss email, being like, and this is, and I'd paid to have like date pre-order, so this was day whatever it was came out. Must have been a game or something called DVD. The day it came out. And we were waiting for it to arrive to play it or watch it, whatever the fuck it was. So I had to write an email to Amazon being really pissy. It's like, and I signed it off to kind regards. And Lizzie read it before I sent it. She went, "Oh yeah, nice, kind regards." she's like, "That's a really good fuck you." Like, so I kind of feel to do that in emails now. I was like, "Kind regards." The worst one, you know, you have your email signature.
You might as well just write "fuck you."
You know, like you have like your email signature sometimes. So it's pre-done. Like, mine has my name, my title, and like our social media
contact
links
number
and
or
stuff
whatever.
Like that. I hate the people that have kind regards saved as their signature, so they never actually say kind regards. It's always there. People used to do it all the time when I worked at the fucking shop, or they would just have KR.
Yeah, I'm not down with the abbreviation.
I'm like, this ain't a fucking text message. This ain't LOL.
I had that the other day. The person I sat next to, they're just like, "Is that their initials?" I was like, "BR." No, because that's their name underneath. Best regards. And I was just like, it's either that or Battle Royal. Like,
Battle Royal.
I don't know. Yeah,
He's challenging you.
I think they're offering you out, mate.
He's challenging you. You know, we got massively sidetracked by email etiquette.
There we go.
That was interesting.
That's how we roll.
Now, see, this review actually, that's not the review I was looking for.
These are not the reviews you're looking for.
Yeah, I love this one. Not overly busy, yet tables were still dirty. Slightly understaffed, but it's not hard to take a walk around and lift a few glasses. Ended up getting some previous customers' chips all over my hands from the mess. Sort it out. Ended up getting some previous customers' chips all over my hands.
Did you what?
Why?
Why would you pick up chips to get
Why?
them? You can't scoop chips into your hand. They're just going to go.
I think she was just moving the plate and somehow got previous. I can't believe I got previous customers. I love the fact she made a point of saying that. I got previous customers' chips all over my hands.
I have issues with that kind of like review, because they just assume that a job's not hard.
Yeah.
When they're just like, how hard is it to pick up some glasses? You fucking do it then. Take those glasses. I've done it in a pub when I've just taken glasses, and it might not have actually taken them up to the bar, but I put them on a different fucking table. That's how easy it is.
I'm definitely. I think because we know a lot of bar staff and we drink with bar staff in pubs they don't work in. Out of habit, I always kind of take my empty to the. If I'm going to order another drink, I would take our previous two empties to the bar when I order.
Or if we're leaving and our two empties are the only ones in there, I will take it up with me.
And sometimes they're usually like, "Oh wow, cheers, thanks for that, mate." Yeah. Some don't like it. Oh. I did it in O'Neill's recently, and the woman was a bit like, "Oh no, well thank you." Like, she seemed a bit like, I think maybe sometimes
don't touch the glass.
I think sometimes when you do it, and it seemed to happen, maybe their manager's like, why customers bringing empties?
Yeah, no,
so
I
it can
get that.
backfire. I think,
get that,
and they can be, and it maybe does. But I think it's just etiquette. It's just what it has to do.
Yeah,
I'm not being a dick. If it's quiet and I'm all the way in the corner and I have two glasses, I have no trouble bringing it over and putting it there, rather than being like, bye. Now go clean up my shit. Can you go?
I've left a nice poo on the bench there for you.
God, my God, previous customers' chips all over my hands.
No, that's it. Oh no, you didn't have to bring the glasses up. I did. I did a shot on the bench, so you've got to clean up.
Chips all over my hands.
Dirty protest.
I love the fact that was a fucking genuine quote on that fucking
ridiculous.
That one.
People will complain about anything though.
That one can be told to go to fucking tuck it in.
People will literally complain about anything. Like anything at all. If something's done, if it was just, they'll complain about it being too good. Which is like, well, really, the service was too good. They were rather quick to fill up my wine.
Fill up my wine too quick,
man.
So now I'm going to moan about it.
Every inch of you.
Customer unfriendly bar staff. They would not serve my 19-year-old son a lemonade as he had no ID, and they wouldn't serve any under 18s after 6 p.m. I mean,
but if he can't prove he's over the age...
It's true. I mean, he wasn't going to get lemonade, though, but yeah.
But this, people also don't understand there's general rules and regulations which can result in people getting like thousands of pounds fined for this sort of shit. It's like if people smoke in a fucking pub, the charge is like $5,000.
Yeah, of course, yeah, man.
It's just this is you don't benefit from it, but you don't want them having a fucking $2,000 or whatever like fine that they're going to struggle to pay because they're not a fucking chain of a pub or whatever.
Somebody was telling me who worked in a pub recently, that guy came in with his son who was underage.
Yeah.
And basically was like, I want to buy my son a Guinness. And they were like, with the zero ID. And he's like, no, he's 17 or 16. Well, I can't serve him. And he apparently kicked off and was like, I'm buying my son a Guinness. You can't stop me. And then she's like,
it's like, well, actually, no, that's exactly what I can do.
You've told me that's what you're doing.
Yeah.
So I think in the end, he bought 2 for himself, but obviously the
I
lad
wouldn't.
drank it.
Surely, I know. There's the loophole that is like. If you're
restaurant with food.
Yeah, restaurant
that
with food.
wasn't what was happening in this situation.
You can't just walk into a pub with your 17-year-old child and say, like, I'm buying him a beer and there's nothing you can do about it.
Exactly.
Because there is everything that you can do about it.
I remember as a kid, I'd have my lemonade and my dad would pour a bit of beer in it. So it'd be like a
shandy.
But not even more lemonade than beer. So kind of a reverse shandy.
Yeah.
But I used to think I was so fucking cool.
Yeah, the ratio's well off.
I used to love it, man. Back when in my head, beer was just one beer, all the same brand. It was just beer.
Yeah.
Like when I remember as a kid first tasting like my uncle, my dad's beer, that was just the taste of beer. It wasn't like this beer tastes like this one. It was just they were just one set beer.
Yeah, that was
that's
it.
what it was.
Beer and
one pump for beer and one pump for cider.
Yeah.
Like, that was it.
I remember even from an early age not liking the taste of beer.
I did as a kid.
People eating this. Like
I remember like when me and Lee first started drinking, and we were like, "Oh, it's horrible. How do people do this?" And we had to really like try to like it.
There was a few because I always found it was like there was only like a few sort of like when I was younger. Like if we went to like. I think we went to like Portugal, and at that point I was maybe like 16 or something, and the age to drink over there is 16.
Of course, yeah.
And so we were out, and I think even my mum and dad were just at this fucking lenient stage where they're just like, "Do you want a drink?" And I was just like, so like,
no, it's lemonade.
Yeah, but I think like it was like Budweiser, and I didn't mind I didn't mind Budweiser.
Classic first kind of beer, Budweiser,
because it didn't seem like as fucking harsh.
It wasn't as strong.
Yeah,
it was like 3.
And it wasn't even as strict because it was always for me like the aftertaste of like when you have a couple of gulps of beer and it's just like, oh fucking hell, that's in me. But then I realised that's what's supposed to happen, so you don't down the cunt.
Yeah.
And that's like you're supposed to just fucking savour it. You're not supposed to just try and get it in you as quickly as possible.
Which is what people do.
It's what people do now. Yeah, it's what I fucking do when I get like a double Jim Beam and Coke. It's like, right, get this in me as quickly as possible, and I'll have another one.
Get me 2 so I can get this one done while you pour in the second one.
Yeah. I'm not hanging around to wait for a second time. If it's, I'll get 3, and then that's me sorted for an hour.
You know, I love the title of this one. I must say, this is actually a 3-star review on TripAdvisor. But I love the fucking the heading. Drinks okay, but snacks disappointing.
No, he didn't like the snacks.
About once a month, pop in for some drinks after work. Last week, we decided we wanted some snacks, so we ordered 3 bowls of chips. One bowl was meant to be a mix of normal and sweet potato fries. Well, then this is your fault entirely for being a fucking dick and trying to mix
I know exactly what pub that is.
I appreciate it was busy Friday as 3 bowls of chips took ages to arrive. When they arrived, it was 3 plates. There were about 20 chips on each plate. I'm not kidding when I say there was less than 10 sweet potato fries on the plate that was meant to be mixed. How less than 10? Because that sounds like an even mix to me.
Right. Here's what they do.
20 on each plate, and you've got just under 10 sweet potato fries. Well, 10 is half of that.
Here's what they do. In the kitchen, they've got in the fryer some sweet potato and some fries, and they're literally just dispersing them onto plates. It's not like they're going to spend. That didn't take a long time to get out there because they were individually putting chips on there. It's like, well, that one's a little bit bigger than the other one. I just
put that there. They looked sad and were tepid. What? And we paid £2.50 for each of these. We were ravenous, so we ate them
£2.50
anyway.
for chips. That's a fucking great price.
We were ravenous, so we ate them anyway. Well, of course, why would you not eat?
Yeah,
There's nothing
for
wrong
a plate
with
of
the chips.
It's a fucking bargain.
Anyway, they ate them. But not so long ago, when you ordered chips, they came hot and fresh in a bowl. Their presentation's really gone downhill here, which is a shame. A staff member came to collect the plates and asked if we wanted coffee. We thought he was offering waiter service, so we said yes, 3 coffees. He just pointed us to the bar. I mean, that was maybe a dick move. To be honest, if the queue wasn't so long, we would have returned to the bar to complain. I would come here for drinks again, but maybe
so they
not
can't even
food.
be asked to complain.
But maybe not food.
No, what they don't want to do is complain face to face. They did it via a fucking review. You fucking pussy. Say it to my face. Say it to my face, fam.
If the queue had not been so long, we would have complained.
Yeah.
But it wasn't. Oh,
It
maybe,
was,
maybe I'll throw these ones over to you.
All right, where are we going?
But that was a bit of a fucking ridiculous fucking less than 10 sweet potato fries on the mixed blood, but that's 20 on the plate. I don't know. I don't count chips when they come.
This is terrible customer service. This one I like. Just the intro alone is great.
It's a classic fucking complaint, though, isn't it?
I visited with friends on Friday the 25th,
you
and
did
we
a
spent
voice. I
5
should have
hours and a
voice.
considerable amount of money on drinks and food. Towards the end of the evening, one of my friends went to the bar to pay her bill and to find that it had already been cashed off. Well, that's a bonus.
Yes.
The bar was still open, and her intention was to buy another drink and to use her company discount to settle her bill. Oh, company discount. Ooh, to settle her bill.
Oh, shit.
She was told by some ponytailed barman that there was nothing he could do.
What's that got to do with it?
Some ponytailed barman.
What's that got to do with it?
I know, nothing. That there was nothing he could do. He offered no apology and even refused to locate a manager when asked. His attitude was horrendous. Even after he was informed on how he could rectify the problem, he still refused to do anything about it. We won't be back. The actions of one individual sadly spoiled our whole evening.
Now, the fact he mentioned ponytail just completely voided this guy's fucking complaint. Because I'm like, right, so if you actually make a point of complaining about his ponytail, so you see that as him not being respectable and presentable for work. Like, what if I served him? What if I was there with my shaved head? Some shaved head barman served me.
Some fucking hooligan served me.
Yes. Some romper stomper served me at the bar today.
Some fucking Britain First member.
The fact that he just mentioned they got some ponytail barman.
Immediately null and void.
Null and void. You obviously have... I mean, if that bill wasn't in there, I might have actually listened to his complaint a bit more.
Yeah.
But the fact he said that, I'm like, no, you're obviously someone that moans about everything.
Any review that has like even a
Some
mild
t-shirt wearing barman without a tie.
No, even like any kind of like complaint or like anything like that is immediately like just null and void because of like subtle little digs.
Yeah.
You know, little fucking like petty bullshit like a pony like that. You could have just, in fact, you can just take that entire sentence and it was just like the particular barman who was blonde hair, ponytail sort of style fashion. Just that's more of a description, not just like you might as well just say some ponytailed cunt.
And it's not like he was describing him to be like, this is the one that was a dick to me. Fucking jog on, fucking tuck that the fucking, not the ponytail, mate. You leave that ponytail out.
Well,
you
you know
hang that
what?
ponytail fucking proud.
I know we're not going to. We're definitely not going to fucking talk about which pub it is. But Jason F can go and fuck himself.
Oh, maybe that's what the F stands for.
Jason, fuck yourself. There's yeah. Oh, that's quite a surprise. I see what the actual pub's name is down there.
That's it.
No, I'm not. Why would I? This again, 3 out of 5, but disappointed.
Ah, it's a shame.
On my last,
It's like I'm not angry. I'm just disappointed.
Yeah. The great thing is, their profile picture looks like a disappointed monkey.
It is. Yeah,
It's just like they're just constantly disappointed.
I just complain about everything.
Yeah. On my last visit and review, I raved about this pub. On a more recent visit, the pub appeared to have lost something. The atmosphere was lacking as most of the keg beers advertised on the black... What? The atmosphere was lacking as were most... Oh, okay then. As were most of the keg beers advertised on the blackboard.
Right.
Perhaps I was over generous in the past because it was a sunny day and the beers were on... ... That's how it ends.
Is that how it ends?
Yeah. It doesn't...
Wow.
Wait, I
That's
feel
not
like...
even really a complaint, is
I
it?
feel like you should have probably... and it even says show less. You can't even... There's no more to it. Do you think he died?
Wow, fucking... Just so basically, he went before, got pissed on a summer's day, went back this time, and it wasn't sunny anymore, so the atmosphere was gone.
Yeah.
It sounds weird. How do you...
He's probably sat in the Ram in December.
when you go into a pub, I mean, I hear a lot of people throw the word atmosphere around in pubs. It gets thrown around a lot.
Yeah.
I don't always know exactly what I mean. Like, when I get... So, obviously, we drink at the Fine Cocks, in case the listeners don't know that. And, like, yeah, the atmosphere...
You should. We've been fucking saying it for 3 years.
The atmosphere always is great because we know the staff and the regulars. We go down there.
Sorry, I've just seen the title of the next one. It's brilliant.
We go down there. The atmosphere is, like, friendly because...
We've been going there for fucking 10 years or whatever. Like,
But when I walk into, like, another pub, I'm not like, 1 minute, Joe. I'm not sure about the atmosphere in here.
This gentleman didn't shake my hand as I approached.
I mean, there is pubs. I remember going to a pub with Lizzie in Hastings. We went down there for a weekend, years ago.
Yeah.
And we walked in this pub, and there was a bad atmosphere. There was no music. There was a lot of old weird boys sat there, and everyone stopped and looked at us.
The guy on the piano stopped playing.
And the bar staff didn't seem too happy we were there. Like, so we literally got a drink and went and sat outside even though it was cold. Because I was like, that I got. It was very unwelcoming.
I remember, like...
But I don't sit in a pub and be left... Oh, the atmosphere was a bit... It was quiet or it was busy.
I think, like, quiet pubs can be a little bit awkward. But, like, I mean, do you remember when you and me went up to Box Hill and we got to the bottom of it and we went to that pub before the fucking bus came?
Oh, yeah, we sat outside.
We sat outside, but, like, inside, it was still...
Yeah.
You know, there was no... But it was just, like, such... Because it's, like... As, like, Box Hill is pretty much, like, countryside of Surrey. So it's, like, a bit of a country pub. But, like, you know, they offered food and they just like, you guys right? Where are you going to... Like, it was all... It was... There wasn't an
we were just like, we're so hot.
Yeah. I have been walking, mate. Let me tell you.
All over Box Hill, and it was like the hottest fucking day of the year. Where it was fucking hot that day, man.
But like, no, I think there's certain places I'd expect. Like, I mean, even in like London, like, you know, like, I don't know, it's hot. Like London pubs, I don't really get the whole atmosphere because I know we're probably only going to be there for one fucking beer, so I don't really care.
Yeah, I don't really care.
Apart from the time that we were in that fucking one pub and we saw Duncan from Blue outside, and then like spent like half an hour like pretending to have the conversation he was having.
We would narrate. We were like doing his voice.
Yeah, and like, he was chatting to someone outside.
Yeah, he was chatting to outside, and we were doing his voice, weren't we? And I swear, like people on the table behind us were laughing and watching.
There was a woman sat on her own, like who was like looking out the window at him, like, and then just listening to what we were saying,
cracking up. Hi, will be your entertainment. That was like the crown. I
feel like we should do that more. Just like we should just go and sit like near like the what is it, the glass blower. That's one of our favourites, isn't it?
One. Yeah.
I like the glass blower.
That's usually where we start. How do we plan to like? Weren't we planning to like film drunk people at night, like, and then narrate it, or do the voiceover for them?
Yeah. I can very much imagine us doing that.
What's the next review say, sir?
Oh well, the title alone is fantastic.
Excellent.
It's like the start of a book. It's two stars
for my dearest Jane.
Yeah, no, it just says, I always told myself not to come back.
Oh my god, that's like the opening shot.
Like they've gone to Alcatraz.
That's like the opening shot of like a city.
Yeah,
like,
that's it.
Fucking Nicolas Cage stood on the rooftop, just lights a cigarette. I always told myself I'll never come back.
I remember leaving on that Greyhound and looking back at that city and thinking, I'm never coming back.
I watched the city shrink to a dot on the horizon. Now I'm back.
All right.
By the way, Nick Cage has like 3 trailers out for new films at the moment.
Yeah, he's got some shit on the way,
They
hasn't
look
he?
shit.
I think he's got like a real Twitter account.
The Mum Dad's
as well.
one looks quite good, but the other 2 look shit.
Yeah. No, there is that Mum and Dad one looks.
That looks quite fun. The other 2, he did one. I saw a trailer for a new film this morning called The Humanity Bureau, and it looked bad, man.
No way. I saw a tweet someone put it on Instagram, but I don't think it's real.
No, I don't think he has a Twitter.
But it just said, he said the hardest thing about stealing the Declaration of Independence was drowning in all that pussy afterwards. But I kind of think that might be a Nicolas Cage tweet. Okay, so I told myself I would not come back. I've been here quite a lot and I've eaten 4 times here. Every single time I've eaten, I've said not to do it again. However, with circumstances, I have always eaten begrudgingly. This time, it was the worst. I could accept the food standard to pretty poor on a weekend evening, as it's probably busy, in brackets. Not that anyone should accept that anyway. However, this time, I visited on a weekday afternoon, ordered a sandwich, which was almost £10, and for the bread to be stale, for the sandwich filling to have no taste. It also stated on the menu that the sandwich was with applewood smoked cheese, but it actually... Did you write this review?
No.
I know you like your applewood.
Yeah.
The sandwich was with applewood smoked cheese, but it actually just came with a slice of burger cheese.
Oh dear.
A member of staff dropped off the food, asked us for sauces. He got
Ask them for sauces.
Yeah, have you got any sauces?
Yeah,
because we're out.
We're out. We're out. Any sauces with you?
He got my friend what? He got my friend, but decided to ignore my request. I understand that sometimes you might not hear, but unfortunately this wasn't the case, as he blatantly ignored me. I thought perhaps he will come back and check. Other than this, the pub had a good atmosphere. I love coming here.
I could breathe fine.
It's a really shit fucking complaint. You know what? It's really vague.
It sounds like he's battling his own demons, like food demons.
Like, I didn't want to say.
I tried. I said I wouldn't eat her again, but I've eaten 4 times. I've eaten again. It sounds like he's falling off the wagon of like pub food that he's trying to fight his own demons.
As other than this, the pub has good atmosphere. I love coming here in the summer and having a drink outside. I just wouldn't eat here or expect any service of any kind. So ridiculous.
I just wouldn't eat it or expect any service of any kind. But I'll drink it.
Apparently, I don't think he does it much anymore, but I think Vince Staples was a really big fan of going like doing Yelp reviews, and he said it was just fucking like they're on point.
That's fucking ridiculous, man.
And that's so
that
fucking
wasn't
stupid.
even a real complaint. That just sounded like he was battling his own demons.
That was just a series of words. I mean, they made sense, but like,
So I promised myself I wouldn't eat here again.
yeah.
I managed to go 12 days pub food free, and then I fell off the wagon big time. And,
It's like, I
it
think-
was the wrong cheese. I went home and fucking cried.
I think like
Cut myself.
I think you're when actual people like respond to it, but like in a non like professional fashion. You know, if that was like, you know, the fucking antelope or whatever, and they're just like, well, I'm terribly sorry that you felt this way about this. But you know, you could even just be a bit fucking sassy, just like, clearly this isn't the kind of pub for you. But
Yes.
we're blah, 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 blah. But like, it's like when, you know, the fucking vegan restaurant one we talked about in the previous episodes, when it was they shut down, like they said, like, we're turning off the internet, we don't want the fucking we're sick of people coming in asking for the Wi-Fi password and all this sort of shit. But like, when you do that, you're going to get some recognition, but also everyone's going to know how much of a cunt you are.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's, I don't know, man. You just like, if you're better off like having like I don't know, like a fun response. Just like, look, we've taken this completely seriously, but at the same time, here's a bunch of crying, laughing emojis for you.
Here's some Applewood, bitch.
I genuinely do think though they should, like, the Antelope should have their review on the back of their t-shirts. I think
Just like their favourite one.
So brilliant.
One I saw earlier, just the actual title was spelt as much. Obviously, they were trying to say shit.
Yeah.
Without
Saying shit.
saying shit, but it was like shit place. Had to wait 15 minutes for a single scoop of ice cream.
A single scoop. But it's, I think, man, you know, like afternoon fucking times in a pub though, they're not going to have the same amount of staff on as they would in, like, you know, the evening, even on a weekday or anything. They're going to have a couple of people on the bar, they're going to have a couple of people in the kitchen, they're going to have a couple of people doing like glass cleaning or collecting.
Really?
That's all you're going to, in a big pub.
Yeah.
If it's the Cocks, you got one person and
Yeah.
you fuck it.
That's it. This guy here, or a woman maybe, I'm absolutely disgusted in the bar staff's behaviour towards us customers. My friend and I were enjoying some drinks by the river, and we went to use the toilets that had clearly not been cleaned in a while, as they smelled revolting and made us want to use alternative toilets in the bar. Okay, we went in together as us girls had to speed up the process,
How?
and we were
Are they,
interrupted.
whoa! Speed up the process in
it
the
says.
same queue. How are they? Are they pissing at the same time?
They all went into a toilet together because them girls had to speed up the process, and we were interrupted by a young, intimidating female member of staff shouting at us to unlock the door immediately.
Yeah, you know why? Because they think you're doing cocaine.
I love this. Unlock the door immediately, even though we were using the toilet at the time. How were you both using it?
Yeah.
We thought this was because we had gone in together, so proceeded to apologise. However, we couldn't even get our sentences in before she rudely interrupted again. We have a strict non-drugs policy. So you were right, Joe.
Yeah.
In front of the entire room full of customers, embarrassing us in front of everyone.
Well, maybe if you weren't in the toilet scissoring each other, then you might have fucking not looked like a pair of cokeheads.
Before even asking, searching us for drugs, which they would have found nothing as we do not take drugs and never have done, we felt utterly humiliated. And I
Good.
strongly believe that this particular member of staff should not be able to speak to customers like this, especially since we've been buying from the bar and tipping to the duration of our time. I'm absolutely disgusted.
Who fucking tips? That's
Absolutely
bullshit.
disgusted in this public humiliation, and I will be taking this further.
No, you won't. What she did there, she wrote all that, sent it, reread it, and was just like, no, that does look like we're taking drugs.
Interesting enough, the follow-up reviews, the next one after this, absolutely disgusted with this bar. My friends and I were enjoying a drink by the riverside. We went to use the toilet. The guy before us had occupied the washrooms with an awful smell, so the two of us briefly went in together to the disabled toilet. At this, a rude bar staff told us to come out and accused us of doing drugs. This is absolutely appalling behaviour, and the bar staff had no right to accuse us of drugs in front of all the customers. It's a shame because the other bar staff were lovely. So that's pretty much sounds like two
Her
in a
mate.
row. That sounds like probably
Her and her mate
Yeah.
have made the same fucking
so
complaint.
so that was two in a fucking row,
Yeah.
like of the same thing. But obviously, if me and you ran into a pub and ran into the toilet together and shut the door,
Yeah.
100% you're going to be like doing drugs.
Yeah. Immediately.
100%. Oh no,
Immediately.
no, we and Joe decided to go in together to speed up the process. We sit back to back and shit on the side of the toilet.
Although Egon does say it's not good to do, we like to cross the streams. But that is. You go into a cubicle together. It's just fucking pub life.
Yeah.
That's it. If two people are in there, there's there's one or two concerns. One, you're doing drugs. Two, you're fucking.
Yeah.
Like-
We're doing both. We're both popping in here to shit and piss together.
I remember like Callum talking about when he found the two girls fucking.
Oh my god. Yes, he found the 2 girls over sex. Yeah.
Like furiously.
One was like on their period and there was blood all in the bowl.
Oh yeah, God, it was like. He
Anyway,
showed the picture and it was just like, how fucking far in the toilet was she? Madness.
All right, we're down to the last few here.
All right.
Cockroaches. Popped in for an afternoon pint Saturday and saw a couple of German cockroaches scurrying across our table. Plenty of people eating there. Thank God we hadn't ordered food. German cockroaches.
How could he tell? How could he tell they were German?
Were they talking in German?
Were they doing the walk? Like Nazi salutes.
German cockroaches ran across it.
Well, they just no, it's because they had a bunch of like Jewish cockroaches lined up.
Did he just mean like maybe he just doesn't like German people when he calls them cockroaches?
Oh, mate,
There's
it's probably
actually
just
2
people.
German
It wasn't
people.
even cockroaches.
Couple of Germans in there. Couldn't believe it.
Won't believe it. There was a fucking Krauts in there.
Popped in for an afternoon pint and saw a couple of German cockroaches. Man, I've never ever seen a cockroach in Kingston.
Nah.
Like,
Nah. How would you? They're too fucking quick.
Like, I've in all my time in Kingston, I don't think I've ever seen a cockroach.
Mate,
in
I haven't
Kingston.
even seen a rat.
Oh, I've seen loads of rats.
Actually, no, by the river.
Go by the river, man. You see them all the time.
True. Valid.
Mate, I'll never forget that fucking time when I was in fucking all my time in Thailand and I'd never seen any like weird fucking rats or horrible creatures or anything until we went to an actual like town. I went to like a shopping centre, like a legitimate, had like an Apple store in there, like a legitimate shopping centre.
Runs rife
and
in there.
Being in there and literally in the corner of my eye seeing a cat run past. And then looking and being like, oh my god, it's a rat, and it was fucking up the size of a cat, mate.
Jesus Christ.
And it like ran across, and it was so far away as well, and I was like, oh, mate, it was fucking huge.
That is horrific.
Because it was probably pissing outside of rain, so I think that it was like flooding at the bottom, so they were all running up.
Oh man.
Mate, it was like the size of a fucking cat. Like, you heard it, like, run. Like,
that's fucking horrible, man.
I was just like, ah. Oh, mate, I've just seen this next one. Talking about atmosphere. Talking about atmosphere, this one actually was a 5-star review, and I'm reading it out because I thought it was fantastic.
All right.
5-star review. Very sexual atmosphere. The solitary men make this happen. The way they look at me. In fact, I met my dad here. Perfect for family events and bar mitzvahs. Very sexual atmosphere. Fuck me. Perfect for family events. I love that. It's like, met my dad here. And that's obviously a piss take review.
Yeah.
But I enjoy that one.
Met my dad here.
Met my dad here. Perfect for family events and bar mitzvahs.
Man alive.
This is the last review I have here, and it is a 1-star review.
Oh.
And it is, and again, they've abbreviated the words and get away with saying it on a public forum on the internet for here. But it is 1 star. Frequent by cunts. Frequented by cunts. And I love underneath it gives you the option. Was this review helpful? Yes. Yes, it was.
Indeed,
very
it was,
helpful.
sir. Yes.
Have you ever left a review for a pub or anywhere online?
Nah.
Have you ever gone online and left a review for anyone?
Nah.
No.
I never. It's nothing strikes
I've
me.
drunkenly lied and told places I was going to, and even had the best intentions of doing so, but never have.
Mate, I can't be fucked.
Never have.
Like, I'm more inclined to like. I would be more inclined to like if I was like in New York and stuff. We were like me and Carino, like we walked around for a bit. We ended up in like Guy Fieri's like restaurant and shit. But like the geezer behind the bar, it was 3 PM. He was just like having a chat, asking where we're from, like where he lives, where we live, all this sort of shit. And like having some cocktails. Like we went to leave and stuff, and I was just like, sorry man, just wanted to say, really great service, keep up the good work, have a good day. And that was it. And that was my
review. Like, right, where's my fucking tip?
Yeah,
I don't care what you say.
Yeah. I don't care what you say.
I want my fucking tip, motherfucker.
I would be more inclined to tell the person in person.
Yeah.
And say, look, this is not aimed at the fucking, because the pub could be shit, but if the person's fucking great and just like, you deserve this praise.
Yeah, you've done well. Yeah. Thanks.
You don't, mate. I know you fucking just like fucking working all that shit, but you've been great. Have a good day.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, because that shit picks people up, man. Like, I remember being in my job and someone just saying, like, I just wanted to say you have been really, really helpful.
Oh, it makes a difference. It does make a difference when you have a nice customer who says who actually compliments you.
Makes my dick tingle.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, fucking hell, I earned that, motherfucker. Why couldn't you have said that? Why couldn't you have said that in front of like fucking area manager?
Yeah, that's it.
Why didn't you email head office and actually compliment rather than complaining?
I got told I was very, very polite on the phone the other day.
Oh, excellent.
Yep. Now everyone loves me.
Joe's got basically good phone etiquette, that boy. Good phone etiquette. Again, retail.
You wouldn't think it, would you?
Retail, mate. You use the phone etiquette.
What, the boy that says cunt 14 times an episode?
No, I've never left a review for a pub.
Nah.
Maybe I should.
I think probably the closest I would have got to leaving a negative review would have just been like from like the Apple store, but just because I'm so fucking sick of their geniuses.
yeah, exactly.
I was just like, why the
genius
fuck?
made me feel like a dumb cunt.
Yeah, no, I think it was just like, why is it going to the Apple store feels like a doctor's appointment?
Because it is.
It's fucking horrible, man.
Exactly
and all they're going to do is tell you like, no, we can't fix it. Buy a new one.
Right, hi Apple Store, hi genius. So my iPod's not working. Great, if you just move your clothes and get on the bed, please. What? This is for my iPod.
This doesn't quite make sense to me.
Fine.
But all
just
right,
take your clothes off
I'm on board.
Please stamp on the screen, move your clothes, put on the gown provided, and get on the chair.
And don't say a fucking word to anyone.
Now what's happening? Just cough.
Just cough.
Right, I can see the problem. You've run out of you've run out of space on your iPod.
You've run out of data.
You've run out of space on your iPod. Luckily, we can help you upgrade your package.
Yeah. Upgrade your package.
Now bend over. I'm going to lube up my fingers.
I'm going to upgrade your package. Getting wanked off, bruv. Getting well wanked off. Oh man, what an exciting trip! I mean, don't get me wrong. I was thinking about which pubs were which.
Of course.
The entire time.
Of course.
I'm thinking one's by the river. I think I got them sort of.
Yeah. There's not many to choose from, is there?
But if you wish to come and check out the good or bad fucking.
Oh man, of course. By all means, forward us any silly reviews you see from negative one.
Absolutely.
I almost did restaurants as well, but it was too much. Like restaurants, there's too much more to complain about.
Do you remember when Gaz and Sam did the episode of All Seeing Guys?
Yes.
They did the pod swap.
Yes.
And they found like loads and loads of reviews of like places to go in.
Yeah.
That was brilliant.
Yeah, it was good.
Some of those are amazing. But pub reviews. Love it.
More of them.
Send us your pub reviews.
Again, they were all very good. It's just these ones I had to fish out. But the ones I fished out, I was like, man, these people need to tuck it the fucking.
Yeah.
I think which one would you say was the cunt reviewer of the episode? The tuckiest of tuck. Friar Tuck. I'm going to go with the one that mentioned the guy's ponytail.
Yeah, ponytail was a bit unnecessary.
Followed closely by got chips over my hand.
Chips over my hand. Because I think the thing about it is, if it's like like it's a justified complaint, fair do. But when you're being like adding petty shit, like getting chips on your hand, that's your fault.
That's your fault.
Yes, they shouldn't have been on the table. Probably should have been cleared. But before you walked in, you don't know what's fucking happened.
Yeah,
they could have had like some fucking drunk arsehole just like kicking
drunk
off,
arse.
and everyone had to like shift him out. You don't understand the entire situation. You just understand the bit that you're there for.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm definitely going to say the guy that mentioned the ponytail person by
unnecessary.
By hair.
I'm gonna say the two girls in the toilet as well.
Oh yeah,
they can go and get fucked.
Okay, yeah. Sounds like they were in there as well.
Yeah, yeah. Why would you? I don't understand. Can we go back to that actually? Why the fuck were they in the toilet? And
how do they speed up the process by being in there? Yeah,
because surely you can't.
Does one wipe and one helps the other? Like, is it like a factory?
Or is it like is one sat on the toilet then the other one's facing
they were in
her in their lap?
toilet, so.
Maybe one. Oh no, in the sink.
One just watches.
They're in the sink. They're dirty slags. One of them's pissing in the fucking sink.
Or it's on the floor. Or
this is it as well.
Or
you always see pictures of fucking girls taking photos in the toilet, and one of them's always on the fucking toilet, leggings and pants down to their ankles.
They're just squatting over the sanitary bin.
Girls are rank. Duh.
Thank you, Kingston. Everyone can tuck that the fuck in.
Yeah.
They're
not even from Kingston.
On the theme of new segments, well, not new segments, revisiting old segments, one we've not done for a hell of a long time.
Yeah.
Is one of our favourites, which of course is Wankerty Wank.
Holla.
Where we take a monologue or a speech from a film and we take out key words and we replace them at random with words. I can't say it properly.
Do you want me to give it a try?
We replace the words at random with words from a live porn search stream.
See, it's been so long, Greg's forgotten the description.
Yeah, Porn MD. where it literally just gives you a live stream of what people are searching for pornographically.
I will say this now, that I will not rest until PornMD has on the, when you enter like the website, it says PornMD, their logo, and I will not rest until underneath that it does say as featured on the All Seeing Guys.
Yes.
Just for a day.
Just for a day.
Just for a day. That's all I want, PornMD. That is literally all I want.
And
I'm going to start using the hashtag PornMD.
And
it's going to be my girls with tattoos.
And this week you've gone with Fight Club.
This I have. That's weird. That's rather good timing.
He's gone with
yes,
a
I've gone with Fight Club this week.
Man, this week's been a while. Okay, everyone, so strap in because this is Wankerty Wank.
I'm on the middle six. These are my middle six.
Oh, yeah.
Gentlemen, welcome to
Piss Bops.
Club. The first rule of
Pissing Men.
Club is you do not talk about
Worm going inside penis.
Club. The second rule of
Flexible blonde backbend feet.
Club is you do not talk about
Crying under black cock.
Club. Third rule of
Nylon feet sniff.
Club. If someone yells stop, goes limp, or taps out, the fight is over. The fourth rule, only 2 guys to a
Dog foot job.
Fifth rule, 1
Petite teen skull fuck vomit.
at a time, fellas. Sixth rule, fight to bare knuckle. No.
Cannibalism.
No.
Gay trucker with a cop.
No.
British granny anal.
Seventh rule,
Full diaper.
will go on as long as they have to. And the eighth and final rule, if this is your first time at
Big clit.
Club, you have to fight.
If you said you have to and made fight as a blank, I would have said fist and squirt.
Oh, damn it. Should have done the double blank. That was good. That was good.
That was
always a friendly visit.
So I want to revisit a couple of these that I don't think I delivered very well. But fucking, where was it? This one, petite teen skull fuck vomit. And that
doesn't get me hard.
And that fell perfectly into 1 petite skull fuck vomit at a time. Flexible blonde back bend feet.
It is always questionable, the things that you see sort of being searched on there. But it's hard to believe that there is specific things like that.
Well,
so I mean, what was it? Petite teen skull fuck vomit?
Yeah.
That's 3
Good
very
memory.
specific like things to search.
not as specific as the one that was worm going inside penis.
Yeah, I don't need to see that.
Worm?
Worm.
I don't.
Oh.
I'm imagining like the
Down the pee hole, man.
like the blue caterpillar thing from Labyrinth. Come inside, meet the missus. I'll put a cup of tea on. Come inside. Hello. Come inside and meet the missus.
If they'd gone that way, they would have gone straight
I
to
was
the scrotum.
imagining her just like opening a penis and going. Going in.
Nah, man.
Like pulling like
feet first.
like opening curtains.
Or like in Train Spotting when he goes inside the toilet.
Yeah, exactly. Just like that, yeah. That was good.
I like that. That was
A
good.
quick buy story. We had a quick break then before we dived into this segment, and we actually saw that the antelope story we talked about earlier,
Yeah.
the 1-star review they shared on Facebook. What paper was it in?
It was on the Daily Mail website.
Daily Mail website. How well fitted was that for this episode? That
I know,
was
man.
amazing.
You couldn't make it up.
That fucking just came out.
There's a lot of there's questions being arisen as to whether or not the antelope wrote it. A conspiracy has begun. The conspiracy has begun that the antelope wrote it themselves.
Yes, here comes the conspiracy.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think they did, man, because it's fucking Kingston and there's plenty of people
They
that
can
are just,
track it.
Yeah.
They can track
Exactly.
it.
Yeah, it could be.
They can just check the reviewer's profile and just be like, oh, well.
That's it. Well, this IP address is completely linked to.
We got our best men on this.
Yeah. Piers Morgan. He likes a good phone tap.
Piers Morgan's
You outrageous
like
cunt.
It's outrageous. He's like tagged them on Twitter and says something horrendous.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Antelope. It offends the vegans with a name like that.
How dare you? Should you allow guns in your...
should be called Tree.
Just
Maple Tree.
he interviewed Trump recently.
Yes.
Everyone was in uproar because they're like fucking best mates.
Yeah. Apparently not many people watched it. Apparently Sky News had more ratings than that show.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think I saw he was afterwards, like Trump said something about
At the same time it was on. Like,
yeah, it was I don't know if it was or if no, I think he'd gone to the he'd gone to state the do like the fucking speech thing in the actual government building. And it was said like he'd said that it was like the most watched one of all time, when it was actually the least watched of all time.
Yeah, he just makes up as he goes along.
Yeah, man. The guy is fucking walking fake news, and yet that's all he's talking about. It's just like, yeah, that's fake, that's not real. It's just like, you're not fucking real.
I mean, he's not going to really be commenting on the antelope story, but he might do.
That'd be brilliant.
He might do.
Donald Trump, could you please question as to whether or not? Oh God, no, he'll turn up.
I'd like to make a horror film with Donald Trump and Boris Johnson as like craed killers.
They look the same.
Yeah, that's what I mean. like both dressed as like Tumble D and Tumble Dumb from fucking like
Tweedledee.
Yeah, Tweedledee.
Tumble D. I love it.
Tumble down the hill, like
Tumble
just
D
that
and Tumble
running
Dumb.
around with axes in like a warehouse.
Yeah, no, I can see that. Sounds
Like
like
Running Man. This would be like a Running Man level.
It'll be in like the fourth Purge film.
Yeah. Pretty much everything's Trump related anyway.
Yeah, that's it.
Right. Oh, I say it brings us into the show.
That's it.
That was a lot of fun.
I enjoyed myself
Yes,
thoroughly.
I enjoyed myself thoroughly.
Good old, just a good grumpy old man episode.
Yeah, that was
wasn't it?
a good nice bit of tucking at the fucking, because we let it hung out far too long.
Yeah.
So I, of course, have been Greg Dangly Armstrong.
And I have been Joe Sporting Jackson.
Yeah! In joke, motherfuckers. Take care. See you next time.
The All Seeing Guys podcast is part of Podnose, the UK's leading independent entertainment podcasting network. For episode archives of the All Seeing Guys and all of the shows on the network, visit us at www.podnose.com. You can also follow us on Twitter via @podnose or send us an email via admin@podnose.com.